Hello and welcome to Nosy Tarot Entertainment, where this nosy person plays with tarot cards for entertainment. Today's reading is going to be on Jisoo and her connection or bond with several people. This video was requested by several different people. Deepon Withaseth 8268 requested Jisoo and Haein. Wonders Lala requested Jisoo and V's connection or bond, and then they also requested Jisoo and An Bo Huyen, and then Ginny Bitch 555 requested Jisoo and Taehyung. So I am going to pull cards on the bonds or relationships between these people. Please know everything said in this video is alleged, supposed, and just the opinions of somebody playing with some cards. Also, if Jisoo and these people don't know each other, then take this with a grain of salt. I have realized that sometimes y'all will ask me to read on fan fiction. So let's look at the cards that we're going to be using. Everything is shuffled and ready to go. I have the major arcana pulled from the Sugar Skull Tarot deck. I also have the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck. We will be using the Learning Tarot Cards Tarot deck and Modern Witch Tarot deck. I am going to pull Jisoo's main major arcana energy, and then we'll start pulling on each of their bonds. What is Jisoo's current overall major arcana energy? Jisoo's current overall major arcana energy. Jisoo's current overall major arcana energy. So Jisoo's current overall major arcana energy is the Hierophant. So she is very well respected. I'm guessing that she is very seasoned in her career. She has been at it for a very long time. She has been successful for as long as she has been in it. And a lot of people look up to her. They would consider her a mentor, and they would also consider her an actual idol. Like, she knows how to do this job. She's been successful at it, and she is someone that they could go to for advice. So now I want to know Haein's overall energy towards Jisoo. This is going to be Haein, V, An Bo Huyen, and Taehyung. These are their major energies towards Jisoo. So Haein, his major energy towards Jisoo is the Queen of Pentacles. So again, she is somebody who is very grounded. She's very relatable. She's very kind and very successful. She is somebody that is a good businesswoman. She is independent. She is well off and successful. And she is also the kind of person that will support you if she believes in you. That's a nice little energy towards her. Now let's see what V's main energy towards Jisoo is. The Ace of Wands. So it looks like he might be a little attracted to her. Not just like, I want to say chemically, but like creatively. I think he is attracted to what she does. He thinks she is very talented, and he thinks that she has a lot of really good ideas, and that she is just full of potential despite everything that she has already achieved. Now, An Bo Huyen, his energy towards her is the Six of Cups in reverse. And this can be like, maybe I don't know if they have a history together, but this seems like it's more of a letting go kind of feelings, or maybe he doesn't want to focus on her. He's kind of focusing on himself, and he's maturing out of whatever they may have had in the past. And then lastly, Taehyung. and it looks like he has an abundance of emotions for her as well. This can be an outpouring of affection. He may have a little crush on her, and he thinks that everything that she touches kind of turns to gold. So some really nice and promising cards here. Let's get her energy towards them. Jisoo's energy towards these people. Jisoo's energy towards these people. Haein, V, Anbo Huin, and then Taehyung. So Jisoo's energy towards Haein is the Knight of Cups in reverse. So she may feel like someone is owed an apology. It could be that she doesn't exactly trust him. Maybe she thinks that he's a bit of a flirt, or he is a bit of a manipulator or a womanizer. So he thinks real highly of her, and she does not reciprocate. This is also a Scorpion card. I'm sorry, a Scorpio card. And then Jisoo's main energy towards V is the Temperance in reverse. So she may feel like he is lacking in self-control. He may indulge himself in whatever it is that he wants. He may be a little reckless or wild, maybe a bit outspoken for her, or he may lack in one area, like emotionally, physically, or spiritually. So maybe she would have a better opinion of him if he were a little more spiritual. And then Jisoo's main energy towards Anbo Huin is that he needs to mature a little bit, or that he is maturing, because remember, this is the card of growth and maturation. This is also about the ego, because it's a Sun card and another Scorpio card. So with this being the Sun, that stands for the Sun there, that is our ego. And so it looks like she may feel like he is already committed, or he has already moved on, and he is kind of not looking to collaborate, so to speak. And so she seems a little closed off towards him. And then lastly, Jisoo's main energy towards Taehyung. Okay, so she feels isolated. I don't know if they know each other in real life. This is also somebody who could remove themselves from what makes them feel trapped, or like they can't move or get out of anything. Maybe also she could have a little bit of a crush on him as well. The only reason I say that, these are swords, it's in your head, but this is like somebody who may not want to say anything, may not want to make a wrong move, but otherwise this is somebody who feels very restricted and tied down. So now let's just get some overall cards for her and Haein. I'm sorry, I'm butchering these names. I'm so sorry. What can we know about the bond between Jisoo and Hyun, or Haein? What can we know about Jisoo and the bond between her and Haein? So we got the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which we also got over here with Anbo. So, okay. Yeah, so maybe she and Haein do know each other, and they had... somebody walked away from something. Ultimately, that's what this card is. Somebody walked away, and they decided to continue their journey away from this connection or bond, and it doesn't seem like they worked well together. It doesn't seem like they learned much or grew very much. And there could have even been a third party that interfered. And I don't mean like they were a couple and someone cheated. Like maybe the third party was travel schedule or just schedules in general. So somebody walked away from something between Jisoo and Haein. Now let's see, what can we know about the connection or bond between Jisoo and V? What can we know about the connection or bond between Jisoo and V? One more round. What can we know about the connection between Jisoo and V? Alright, so I only got one card. Jisoo and V. There we go. Jisoo and V. Okay. So we got the Queen of Swords, the Strength card, and the Nine of Pentacles. So I think that each of these people are very independent and successful. I think that they are also very smart and wise, and they are looking for, well, this queen in particular is a feminine energy that is a protector of justice and fairness, which is ironic considering that the Temperance card is in reverse. But I think that individually they are strong, independently successful people who are going to succeed. And I think that might be something that they admire in one another and respect. That's going to be my next round of questions for these energies. What do they respect about each other? So that's actually a really nice little pile right there. Now let's see what we can know about the bond or connection between Jisoo and Anbo Hyun. Jisoo and Anbo Hyun. Jisoo and Anbo Hyun. What can we know about their connection? Thank you. Thank you. And I want to ask, do Jisoo and Anbo Hyun have some kind of history? Do they have some kind of history together? Maybe. Let's ask again. Do they have a history together? Something that could give them nostalgia or good old memories? Yes. So if you know about some kind of history that Jisoo and Anbo Hyun have together, let me know in the comments below, because it looks like they may have some kind of history together. So what I can tell you about this bond is that yeah, so I feel like they do have some kind of history together, but there were two different paths that had to be chosen upon. There was some kind of decision that needed to be made, and I think that it caused a division both spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And when this is a number 2, from 2 we go to 3, and 3 symbolizes growth. And so whatever that difficult decision was, it prohibited them from growing further together. And that could actually have made them kind of pessimistic. It could have been a very deep hurt for them, but ultimately it was something that relieved stress and a burden for them. So once they moved on, then they didn't feel quite as weighed down. And then lastly, let's ask about the bond or connection between Jesu and Taehyung. What can we know about this bond or connection? What can we know about the bond or connection between Jisoo and Taehyung? Okay, so we got the Six of Swords in reverse, the Four of Pentacles, and the World in reverse. So again, considering that her main energy towards him was one that felt like she was kind of trapped in a position where she was stuck or couldn't really talk or didn't want to say the wrong thing. It looks like for whatever reason, they are each kind of protecting whatever it is that they have already. So it's almost like they're guarding their hearts, and they don't want to take it any further. They don't want to open themselves up to being exposed or hurt, because ultimately, look at how not only is this the world card, but it could be like the actual entire world. It could be the world wide web, and this person is just completely there, exposed. And I've never really realized, look at how she's looking. She's looking like, you know, she's feeling a little self-conscious. And so I feel like for this pile here that they have made some kind of decision to not risk themselves, whether it be in public or just like personally, because they want to hold on to what they have and they don't want to risk losing it. Now I want to know, what does Haein respect about Jisoo? What does Haein respect the most about Jisoo? And then, what does Jisoo respect the most about Haein? And what does V respect the most about Jisoo? Well, that was quick. And what does Jisoo respect the most about V? That's one perfect card. And what does Hyun respect about Jisoo? Hyun, what does he respect most about Jisoo? And what does Jisoo respect the most about Hyun? Okay, there's two there. And then what does Taehyung respect the most about Jisoo? What does he respect the most about her? And what does Jisoo respect the most about him? What does Jisoo respect the most about him? Okay, so let's start with Haein. He respects, he respects how long she has been able to be in this career and avoid catastrophe, avoid the worst happening. He respects what she has built for herself and for the generations after her. He respects all the hard work, both physically, mentally, and emotionally, that she has put into her entire career. And she respects how philanthropic he is, and it seems like she respects that he knows when and where. Does that make sense? Like, he is very discerning. I think that's what this symbolizes, that he has great common sense, he's very practical, and that he's very discerning. So I feel like that's what she respects about him. And then V respects the Knight of Wands in reverse. So I think that he respects how calculated she can be in her career. I think he also respects that she is probably very compassionate and empathetic with people, so she's very relatable. And then she respects how creative he is and how he is able to stand out in the group that he is in, and even in the darkness, and in what may not be the best of circumstances, he is able to come out, he is able to perform, and ultimately he is able to work really hard to put on a great performance. And I think that's what she respects of that's what she respects about him. And then on Hyun, he respects the High Priestess in reverse. And so this is him respecting like how intuitive she is, how open she is, and even relatable. Did I say that earlier, that someone was relatable? I think that he feels like she is very mysterious and relatable, and she draws the fans in. Like, she keeps them coming back for more. So she may be very popular, and he may admire that about her, just how she carries herself. and then she admires how he gets things done. So, and a lot of times, in most circumstances, the Seven of Swords would be like a liar, a cheat, or a thief. But this is somebody who gets shit done, and in doing so they fulfill their wishes. So they make goals and they find ways to achieve them, and she respects that about him. And then what Taehyung respects about her is how childlike she can be, how innocent she is, and how devoted she is to not only her own happiness but also to the feelings of her fans. Let me know how she is with her fans, because I'm getting that a lot. And so I think because of that, she has quite a following, and I think he respects that. And then she respects how he brings like a life to the party. Is he the life of the party? Also, he can create things, as far as like it's never a dull moment around him. He may also be a little bit controversial, and maybe she admires that because she feels like she has to walk such a tight rope and has to be like a certain thing, and so maybe he doesn't, and maybe that's something that she really respects and admires about him. Now, the last thing that I want to ask is obstacles that this bond may have. So let's start with her and Haein. Obstacles. Wow, that came right out. Obstacles with her and Haein. Okay, so I think that right away we got the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Candles. So I think that for whatever reason, it seems like maybe obstacles could be being yourself, or being honest, or just having really bad communication skills. It could also be about being too needy and like burdening your friend or your partner. And it can also be like somebody is very over analytical. They're overly analytical. They might read into stuff, and they could be a little insecure. So those are some obstacles that the bond between her and Haein need to look out for. Possible obstacles between her and V and their connection or bond. So we got the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Devil. So I think that possible obstacles are the people that surround them, their friends, the people that they spend most of their time with. They can be almost like gaslighting them, or like feeding into challenges, making it more difficult for them, which can lead to a little unhappiness, or even perfectionism, like everything should go a certain way. And that can be a little bit toxic. And they can even be a little bit selfish. So maybe someone here is a little selfish. Maybe they create problems in their own heads, and it can be obstacles for their bond. Now let's see possible obstacles for Jisoo and Anbo Huang's bond or connection. Thank you. Possible obstacles for this connection. Okay, so a lot of cards for this connection. It looks like so there's an inability to to balance or to control, maybe even like their actions. They may be overly aggressive, and this actually, you know, like I said, this is one of my least favorite cards, the Seven of Swords, which in this instance isn't a bad thing, but the Seven of Swords coming up and then the Knight of Candles in reverse, that can be somebody who is really aggressive and willing to do things to achieve what they want, and they could like hurt someone's feelings or just kind of knock them out of the way because they're so concerned with themselves. And then we also have the Two of Needles again, and so that's the Two of Swords, and that came up in this same pile earlier as well, the Two of Swords in reverse, and here it is again. So again, it's about two different paths. It's you can see Sally is working on the Santa costume when initially she was trying to stop Jack from doing this, but he's like, no, I have the perfect job for you, and she ended up doing it despite what she initially felt. And so I think, again, you know, two roads going two separate ways, needing a decision, that is a potential obstacle for this bond. Also being able to balance their work and their life, their work life and their home life. So being able to be completely fulfilled and not having to constantly be entertained, not constantly having to create something brand new, because the magician, that's what they do. They conjure, they create. They can also be a bit of a manipulator, so that can be another obstacle in this bond. And then lastly, let's see the possible obstacles between her and Taehyung. Possible obstacles in this bond. Thank you. Possible obstacles. Possible obstacles in this bond. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we got the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Six of Candles, the Five of Candles, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. We didn't get the Queen of Swords here, did we? No. No, we didn't. Okay, so it looks like possible issues in this connection or bond is just going to be just conflict in general, like almost just being happy. There may be a little bit, or there might be a lot of tension or like disagreeing. It could be very challenging and it could just cause a lot of conflict. So I do get the sense here that it's a bit of two different worlds. And you know, that could just kind of create some tension or some disagreements because of different points of view. And then there is a Queen of Needles in reverse, and I do get the sense that this is a person. It could also be an energy, like the Queen of Needles is the same as the Queen of Swords, and so this is somebody who could have cut themselves off from someone else. They no longer speak with them, they don't want to be around them, and they can be pretty mean. Maybe they cut them like with their words, just kind of tear them down. And so that could be an issue either between the two of them or someone on the outside doing that to this bond. And I think that ultimately the other possible obstacle is just the journeys that they are on individually, and maybe something that comes back to kind of haunt them or make it difficult. So that is what I have for these connections. Now overall, just for Jisoo, what message do you have just for Jisoo? A message for Jisoo as we close. A message for Jisoo as we close. Thank you. A message for Jisoo as we close. So we got the Ace of Candles, we got the Four of Candles in reverse, and then the Three of Candles. So 1, 3, and 4. So I think that this is a great little message for Jisoo. It seems like she is still working, still coming up with stuff, still being creative. Notice these are all candles, which is the same as wands. That's our moving card, our burning, moving quickly card. It's action, passion, career, ambition, passion. So I think that she is still moving and rocking and rolling. My only thing is that the Four of Wands is in reverse, so that can be a little bit of unhappiness in the home or at work, but I don't get the sense that this is work. I get the sense that this is her home. So I think that she needs to make sure that she is doing what makes her happy, what feeds her soul. She's given herself some self-care, and that she is resting, because otherwise next we come to the Five of Wands. We already had that come out, but that could be a conflict card, and so she needs to make sure that she is well rested and ready to go whatever conflict she may have before her, because immediately after that we come to victory. So that is my reading. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in my next video.